Excellent.
Okay, today we're going to take a look at these LED light illuminated arcade video game push button. Basically, push the button to add a credit. You put them kind of on the kick plate or the front of your arcade. Most people put them on the front panel of their arcade one-ups. I'm specifically doing the Mortal Kombat version here because I'm building a Mortal Kombat arcade. So I wanted to get these and put them on my front kick plate. So let's take a look at these. They're $11.99 each. I got them off this Etsy.com. I didn't really see any other place to get them. Probably eBay would be another place you could snag these from. So let's open this up. I already opened it up. Let's take a look in here. And I'm gonna install these quickly and show you how to install them as well. But I'm just opening it up for the first time right now. Actually came with a nice little note from the company saying, "Thank you, sir, for your order." Okay, these look nice. High quality here. Oh, excellent push button on the Microswitch. You can see they already added the Microswitch there. So there's two. I got two, one for each side, first player, second player. These are the LED illuminated lights. I got to figure out where to put those in. There's the other one for the other player. So this is basically it right here. They feel really great. And when they're going to light up, they got the Mortal Kombat logo here. So it's going to be great. I'm going to put them on my kick plate right now. I'm going to drill some holes. Let's do that and see how these get installed. Now, I'm not going to be able to fully show you them in use because my arcade is only partially built right now. But if you subscribe and stick around, you're going to see the Mortal Kombat arcade that I'm building when it's finished. Okay, let's take a look at how to take one of these apart. In order to install it, obviously you're going to have to take it apart first. So the first thing you're going to need to do is get this Microswitch off here. And you can just pry it off. Use your fingers or a screwdriver there. Sometimes they're a little difficult. Then you're going to need to get this out here. And it took me a second to figure this out, but you need to twist it slightly counterclockwise, then pull it out. And it comes with an LED light in it. So these two that we got over here must have been extras. Put it off to the side here. Now you can unscrew it. Okay. And you can take the bracket housing out and it's all apart right there. So let's start installing this. And we're going to add it to the kick plate on my arcade and we'll go from there. Okay, so we have the kick plate right here. I had to do some measuring to make sure I get the two credit buttons equally apart and get them spaced appropriately. So you got to just do your measurements and make sure it's centered appropriately. Then you're going to have to make a template or some sort of template to make sure you drill these little holes in here, because in here you have holes that need to lay or rest inside the board to keep it sturdy here. This part itself protrudes out from the panel, so it doesn't sit exactly flush. The button doesn't sit exactly flush. This comes out a little bit, but this little plastic housing here is what kind of holds it in place, as well as the knob on the bottom at, when you tighten it up on the back, this, the screw will hold it in place as well. But really, this is what's going to hold it sturdy and in place and not shift a little bit. So I used a 9/64 drill bit and measured the holes, made a little template on a piece of paper, where these two holes were, placed it on here, marked it, drilled, boom, and it fits in perfectly on both sides. You're going to want to make sure you do that. Then the hole here is going to be a 1 inch. I already tested. I thought it might have been 7/8, but I was right originally with 1 inch. There is some play. Once you drill a 1 inch hole here, the button will kind of move a little bit. But that's why you have this housing bracket that sits in there and doesn't move. Because once this goes in and this screws in, it's not going to move. It's going to sit inside this housing and it's not going to move at all. So these two pilot holes here are really important. The 1 inch hole, really, you just measure in the middle. I'm going to drill right through. Since there's some play, there won't be a problem there. Now, here's the problem with this is I have to put laminate over. So I'm going to drill the hole. Then I got to clean out the laminate and drill out the holes in the laminate so I can get this on top of the black laminate. And I don't want to crack the laminate. So I'll be back with the finished product. Okay, we're back with the kick plate here. I got the laminate on. Took a little bit of ingenuity to get these holes open on the laminate for the 2 holes in the bracket right here, because these got to fit in there like this. And you can't drill laminate without cracking it really. It's really hard to drill laminate. And usually you just glue the whole laminate on, then if you have holes, you route them out. But I had to actually route it beforehand, line it up and glue it on anyway. Let's get into installing these. We'll put one of the brackets in right here. There we go. We can put the switch through. Okay. So that's nice. We turn it around. Whoa. As you can see, there's not much play, but there's enough. I already tested it. So we're gonna screw that on. Then next would be the light here. With just a small little twist. You put it in there, twist. Now, Microswitch. Now we just, and these are blee. I'm not a fan of blee, but for this application, they work fine. Okay, a little fiddling, we got this Microswitch in. Okay, let's just tap. Yeah, that sounds good. I already have basically my wires, just so you can see. I can pop that on, and then I'm just going to splice this wire into the encoder wiring harness on the new one. It's going to have to be long because it's going to have to reach up and into the encoder, which will probably be underneath the, well, which will be underneath the control panel. That's where pretty much you have to put them. You pop this other one on, and these are 187 terminals, 0.187 size on these blee Microswitches. We'll put the other one on, and when the other one's on, it'll look like that. I'm going to have to put vinyl black wrap on the back side to make it look nice on the inside, so I'm going to end up taking these off. But now you guys can see how they work. Actually, they're going to look fantastic, and I really like this idea. A little bit of work to get them to work right and look right, but I think it's worth it. So hey, stay tuned if you want to see the rest of the Mortal Kombat build I'm doing, and don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching the Rexer Show.